Kravani, the latest on the COSATU protest and the alleged Sunday rapist formally charged. Good afternoon. COSATU General Secretary Zwelinzima Vavi says the Labour Federation is elated because they believe the expected number of 100,000 people at today's protest action in Johannesburg has been exceeded. Vavi claims the Federation has officially occupied the streets of Johannesburg. We cross live now to SABC Labour reporter Teto Mahlakwana, who is with the marchers. Teto, what's the latest?
Utsile COSATU says it has passed the test in the public discourse over whether they have the muscle to mobilize the public for their cause against the Gauteng Highways e-toll system and labour brokers. Union leaders are addressing the thousands of marchers who stretch as far back as the Johannesburg city centre at Lutuli House from Braamfontein outside the Labour Department. COSATU General Secretary Zwelinzima Vavi has emphasised why unions don't agree with government on their proposals to regulate the industry. Teto Mahlakwana, SABC News, Johannesburg.
It's back to business as usual in the Joburg CBD as shops have reopened for business since closing this morning because of COSATU's national mass action against the labour brokers and the e-tolling system. Many streets were closed to traffic because of the congestion caused by thousands of people attending the march. The protesters have made their way to Braamfontein, where they're handing over a memorandum to the Labour Department. No incidents of violence have been reported so far. Learners who have been sent home early today at schools around Polokwane say they are concerned about their education. The nationwide march by COSATU and some affiliates has also disrupted schooling at various points. Teachers from mainly SATU are also participating. Learners had this to say.
Most of the teachers, they say because of their children, they are attending school, go at private. That is why they don't give us education.
It will impact our marks because our teachers are not here. We should be learning right now. They should be teaching us. So now they are gone. They're going to march and do whatever they'll be doing.
The South African Chamber of Commerce and Industry says it's already received several reports about production being negatively affected in certain parts of the country. SACI CEO Naren Rao says many workers haven't turned up for duty, but the real impact will only be known later this afternoon.
We already have been informed that the movement of workers to their workplace has been severely impacted, and in some parts of the country there are reports that the movement of goods and therefore production has been impacted. But it is still early to determine the full extent of the strike activity for today.
The man dubbed the Sunday rapist, Johannes Steyn, has been charged with the murders of 16-year-old Louise de Waal and 14-year-old Lazan Farmer. Steyn has appeared in the Krugersdorp Magistrates Court on Gauteng's West Rand, where he's been charged with the murder of the two teenagers, 11 counts of rape, 10 of sexual assault and 10 of kidnapping. De Waal was kidnapped in Roodepoort on the West Rand while on her way to school. Her burnt body was later found at a farm in Magaliesburg. Farmer, meanwhile, was walking with a friend to a shop at Elandspoort in Pretoria when a bakkie stopped alongside them and a man forced them into the vehicle at gunpoint. Farmer apparently died when she jumped out of the bakkie in a bid to escape. Tsepo Pachane has the details.
Johannes Steyn appeared emotionless while standing in the dock. He stood with his arms folded as Magistrate Keith Page read out the charges. Steyn's youngest victims are 11 years old. Lawyer Jack van der Heeven will no longer represent Steyn because the accused can't afford to pay him. However, Steyn has obtained legal aid. The state says it will call 89 witnesses to the stand. The matter has been postponed to the 23rd of July for trial in the South Gauteng High Court. Steyn remains behind bars. Tsapapagan, SABC News, Krugersdorp.
Finally, further afield, the United Nations humanitarian chief, Valerie Amos, is due to hold talks at the Syrian city of Damascus later. She is demanding relief workers be given unhindered access to parts of Syria hit by recent violence. Amos will hold this meeting as the International Committee of the Red Cross remains blocked from entering the besieged city of Homs.